very, very happy now. A big luminary of the Combine.
Oh, my
from
bless you
NFL
for that.
Network and the Rich Eisen
That's
Show,
it.
which I think Larry David would admit that's a sign that you've made it. Your name show. Period.
Good to see you, bud.
Great to see you,
How
man.
are you, man?
I'm great. I'm great.
Good.
I love the Combine. You still like the Combine?
Love it.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Combine is now a staple for many reasons, and one of them is a room like this. Didn't exist when we first started doing it. 05 was the first Combine I went to, and a room like this didn't exist where they're mimicking Radio Row from the Super Bowl, and then around the corner are all these podiums that are in the same room where coaches speak and the prospects speak. That wasn't the case, so we're all jonesing for football because it's been 2 actual weekends in a row without it, with all due respect to the XFL. So now everybody's in here talking about the storylines that shows like yours and mine have been chewing up and wondering about for 2 weeks, and we actually get guys at podiums giving updates that aren't really updates, and we read into what is an update. And then the Combine happens, and then everybody watches what I've been fortunate to be part of with NFL Network, which is the renewal process, where everybody is looking at every player out there and saying, my team could use that guy.
That's right.
For me, last year for the Jets, as you know, I grew up a Jet fan. I saw Sauce Gardner, and he had me at hello. I'm like, that's the guy, and I did my best to speak it into existence. And then it became a reality. So that's the way that it works. I'm sure there'll be Browns fans out here thinking we need this player, that player, that player. You're hoping that player can actually fall in the draft, and that your evaluation aligns with that of the Browns. And that's what hope. It's about renewal. It's about seeing these kids get faster and stronger every year, and then everybody getting together for a convention of football to try and answer the questions that we're all wondering when we're going to get the answer.
Indy becomes Football Vegas for a few days, which is always
a
good time.
It is, and and it's I love coming here. It's been a blast. I just like being here and just calling the action like I'm calling a golf tournament. Got to whisper because my voice carries. And it's like a laboratory in that stadium. It's pretty cool.
It is very cool, and something also cool. You mentioned getting stronger and faster every year. Rich, Run.
Yes.
Which is one of the great things that you do. The charity, you're out there, you're flying. I've noticed it.
Flying.
Yeah, flying.
I don't know.
That's the way we describe it.
Actually, that's what I did to get here. I flew. I'm not really flying, but I'm. It's interesting. I love that people ask me about it because it means my run hasn't gone for naught.
Certainly not.
And then, starting about 6 years ago, I started doing it for charity for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. And then when COVID hit and there was no Combine, we did it in Los Angeles. We did it on the fly in Los Angeles in SoFi Stadium.
Yeah.
In 2021, we did that. And so when we did that, we got more legends running it, NFL Legends community folks running it, and more people paying attention, and we raised more money than ever. So it behooved me to do it again. Last year I did it at the Rose Bowl. So I'm transitioning to run it in Los Angeles in April. Well, the reason why it's smart, Nate, is because the years that I ran it here, I would run it at the end of sitting on my ass in a broadcast booth all day, like literally feeling my hip flexors tighten while I sat in poor posture eating crappy food for 6-7 hours, and then I have to go stretch and run. And this is on the back end of my busy schedule where, this just in covering the NFL, as you know, although you look pretty fit,
Thank you.
It does not engender smart food choices.
That's right.
Throughout the year. So now that I have it till, I can do it in April, then at some point, no one's going to want to watch a guy pushing 60 running anyway.
I don't believe that because it's it's a great cause in your.
So I'm doing it in LA is my long-winded way of saying it.
I like that though because now it's that's the main event of your day that day. You're going to build up to that. You're going to be primed, and I think we're going to see a record.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. I'll also be well-rested and well-trained, I think.
Hydrated?
Hydrated. Here, it's just, again, I'm tired. I just spent 6-7 hours on television.
Now you want me to run?
The least well-rounded event. I'm talking about guys in shorts running in straight lines and jumping in the air, and now here I am like I'm stretching, like literally doing that. It wasn't great. It was not the best. So,
but you know what? It's the benefits, the ripples that have come out of Run Rich Run. That's why it happens.
And I appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
all right.
man.
You talked about the Jets earlier.
Yes, I did.
We're not going to talk about Week 2. That's a deal that we're making right now.
Well, I
Please.
mean, no, it's fine. Sure, we can move on from that.
Trauma. Still, the trauma is very real.
I mean, Corey Davis is open. He's somebody that.
I feel like you're talking about it.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, sorry about it. Yeah. So let's talk about the Jets because you said how excited
we're playing
you are.
each other in the
I know
in the
Hall of Fame game. That's what we're going to. So we're going
at
to
us.
convene. Revis, Klecko. Come on. How about that?
Joe Thomas.
Of course, the Hoff. It's going to be a real treat. But you mentioned Sauce Gardner. You didn't mention Garrett Wilson. Offensive and defensive rookies of the year. Same team, same draft. That's got to make you excited about the future.
Oh, sure. And Breece Hall is a guy who could have won it had he not gotten hurt. Look, it's a quarterback-driven league. You know it. I know it. That's the reason why the Browns gave Deshaun Watson the contract they gave him, even though it is causing major problems in so many other places, and potentially Cleveland's when it's all said and done.
Sure.
But if you see a quarterback that you feel is generationally talented, you go get him. And the Jets tried to do that in the draft 2 years ago, and here we are again. And so I don't have an answer as to how they're going to fill their quarterback spot. I mean, they're meeting with Derek Carr here today. I'm in search of that meeting to crash it.
I bet you are. Yeah. Are you going in there to make a sales pitch?
I think they're making their sales pitch. It would be to tell them, don't wait for Rodgers. Don't wait for him.
So you would
if this is the guy and you like him and you've met him and you've connected with him and he's connected with you and you think you can win with him and you think if the contract is one that you can handle financially, then do it, because Rodgers will cost you draft choices. Lamar Jackson will cost you even more.
That's right.
Than what you're going to have to be giving to Green Bay to get Aaron Rodgers. Derek Carr is just Woody Johnson's money. So go get him, I would say.
So you have planted your flag. You want Carr slinging it to Wilson.
And then you don't trade
Elijah.
Zach Wilson. No, you just let him continue to.
Maybe learn, grow, develop.
I guess. Whatever that means.
I don't know what it means.
Just so.
All right, two things. One, so you planted your flag there. Have you talked about this with LD? Are you guys on board?
I have not hashed this one out with him.
Okay.
I'm curious if he's given up on Zach or not. I imagine he has. I imagine he has. But it's entirely possible the kid starts week 1. I mean, I do believe they're going to walk out of the free agency period with somebody significant
of consequence.
But I just don't know. It's possible that Zach is the guy and that Derek Carr's like, you know what, I want to go to a spot for the rest of my career, and the Jets are like, well, we still have this kid that we put too many assets into, being, well, blood, sweat, tears, and a number 2 overall pick. I don't know.
You got to admit, sometimes maybe it'll work out for him somewhere else, but sometimes you have to admit your mistakes, right? That's part of it.
I mean, mistake. I mean, the kid hasn't shown much, but he also hasn't,
gotten to play much.
Right, and let's see what happens with the kid, and the new OC. But I think they're going to go get the QB.
I think they will too. I like the Carr idea. To me, the Michigas around Mr. Rodgers.
Michigas.
Yeah, you like that?
I did.
Yeah, I got a little eyebrow raise.
It did.
Like that.
That's a word I didn't expect.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain what that means to people?
Just it would be the kind of
the trouble.
The
issues.
The constant. Yeah, just a lot of. Too much.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Almost a sound release.
It is. Okay. Yeah. It is. So Good one.
You've never locked yourself in a dark room. You're a man who loves the light, right? I mean, come on.
That's not true. I mean, Browns fans will attest as well. I mean, for me, Aaron Rodgers sitting in the dark is a perfect way to prepare to go to the Jets.
It feels like it. I just don't know that he can handle.
I've been in my 53 years of darkness therapy. It's called watching the Jets.
Well,
I'm sure you feel the same way.
Hopefully,
Browns fans.
Hopefully, we'll soon meet in an AFC Championship game.
That'd
That'd
be
a
great.
real treat.
Yeah,
it would be. Rich, this has been a pleasure.
Thanks,
always.
brother.
All
Appreciate
right.
it.
Thank you very much.
Thank
the great
you.
Rich Eisen.
Take care, man.